In the first two videos, I had my first class of the day. Now, my second class is being introduced to some Morphy and Anderssen. And in the first video, we looked at the Immortal game by Anderssen. And now, the next game, we looked at the Opera House game where Morphy wails on two guys. Now we're taking a look at Morphy versus Anderssen, two of the greatest players of the time period. Let's go ahead and get started. And the thing I want you guys to remember as we're going through it, think about our opening principles and our advantages in chess. Control the center, castle, get all of your pieces developed. Now, both of these guys aren't bad at these concepts. The previous games, it literally looked like a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. One of the games, the guy moves his queen and knight like out of 12 moves like 8 times. It's the same queen and knight. So if you're moving the same piece over and over, you're wasting time. So let's see Morphy's Immortal game. So e4, e5, f4. And as we discussed before the game, 1800s, chivalry, meeting somebody in open field, open combat. When you are faced with a gambit, he offered me a pawn for free. I must accept the gambit. It's just the way of the times. Modern day, we'll accept the gambit, but then we'll play something like d5, giving the pawn back and just getting an equal position. But in this time period, I've taken the pawn and I'm going to hold on to it. Now, is black developing pieces and holding the center and doing the things we just discussed? Nah. He grabbed a pawn and now he's using more time opening up his king to hold on to it. Greed. All right, let's see what Morphy does. Morphy says, okay, well, develop my rook for me. Anderssen says, you know what? I'm going to attack your knight. Morphy has no problem with this. Knight e5. Notice this knight is attacking the weakest square in chess. We know about the 4-move checkmate and bad things happening from that. So, knight f6, development. I get my pawn. He gets another pawn. Stuff's happening. Tickle, tickle on the knight. Knight g3. And here's the start. Bishop takes. You can have my rook. I don't cur. Check. He don't cur. So watch this dirty combination. Morphy had to see this before the guy took his rook. Because if you're down a rook, you know, that's a lot. So queen e7. Here comes the pain. Knight check. Bishop check. Knight check for king, the king and queen. Gets the queen. Queen g4, making sure the knight can't get out. Attacking and still controlling to make sure this knight is trapped. But he's not worried about the knight. He wants it all. He's going for the king. Check. Safety first. Attacking the bishop and the knight basically at the same time. Give me that. Check. Rook b1. Queen a4. And Anderssen had enough in this position as it was clean, straightforward. He's winning material. GG. So the main takeaway here is at this great point, bishop takes f4. Morphy had to see all the complications here after knight takes h1. Because say, for instance, bishop e7 instead. After knight f6, king f8, bishop h6 is mate. So there was really no way to avoid this tactical beatdown that he throws on Anderssen. Queen e2, queen e7, and again the beautiful tactic, knight f6, bishop c7, and then we win the queen. And at that point, all we got to do is trade down. That's pretty boss. Love these games.